What's up, YouTube? This is No Limit Monte here for another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to how strong is Escanor. Now, I haven't watched Seven Deadly Sins. Um, so this is gonna be my first time diving deep into the anime. Um, this is done by Official Divine. Um, so what I need y'all to do is please subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and also hit the post notification bell so that way y'all don't miss another video when I upload. And I also want y'all to subscribe to Official Divine's video, and shout out to Official Divine for creating this video that we can react to. Without further ado, let's get it.
Escanor. In the world of seven deadly sins, many races exist: the humans, the demons, and the goddess race. But out of all of them, one stands at the pinnacle of all races, burning like the sun. And as of this moment, you're standing face to face with Escanor, the lion sin of pride. Throughout heaven and earth, one alone is the strongest. Getting the magical power from the strongest archangel, Escanor was feared his whole life.
Okay.
Magical power in Seven Deadly Sins is a blend of physical, mental, and spiritual energy. It manifests differently depending on your race, emotions, personality, and incarnate abilities. Joining the Seven Deadly Sins led by Meliodas, the dragon sin of wrath, each one carried a sin, each one carried a curse, and each one, in their own way, stood against the gods who lied. Being framed for treason, the seven deadly sins were split up and went into hiding for years. 3,000 years after the Holy War, the demon race was unsealed, and the king's strongest warriors emerged. The 10 Commandments. Each one of these demons possessed a commandment that was a portion of the demon king's power, and with these commandments being absolute and cannot be undone. And then
I hate these ads, man.
Now
really hate
available
them.
on mobile and PC.
Nobody cares.
At this point, Meliodas is traveling throughout kingdoms, looking for the seven deadly sins to reunite them once again. Finding undead Bod, King, Deanne, Gother, Merlin, and there was only one more left to find. In order to defend everyone, Meliodas was able to get his full powers back after controlling his wrath that was able to destroy an entire kingdom. Making Meliodas' power level jump from 3,300 to 32,000, with everyone believing that Meliodas would be enough to defeat these demons. Meliodas says that the last sin is even stronger than him.
Ooh. Even though he's the leader of the group, he said, "Nah, my power level ain't enough. We gotta get one. There's only 6 of us, but we missing that one, and he's stronger than all of us. That is tough. That is tough.
Runs into 2 of the 10 Commandments, both Melascula and Gallant of Truth, and is able to escape due to his immortality. Running into the mountains and finding a hidden tavern in a cave, they found the strongest. Escanor reunites with Bod and hides them in the cellar, and the demons have found them. Gallant says that he's in a good mood and will give them all a chance to live, challenging Escanor to a competition where they will trade one hit until the other dies. And if Escanor wins, they'll all go free. And since
he's stupid for that though. Like he could have did something different. I don't know why he wanted to do a game, and if either of them loses, they get turned to stone. So you not only Escanor could get put into stone, but you're gonna put yourself in stone as well. Who does that?
Commandment of truth will turn anyone to stone if they lie, even Gallant himself. A promise is a promise. Gallant knocks him out accidentally, and Escanor is unconscious until the sun starts to rise. Seeing an axe on the wall, Gallant grabs it, but this two-handed axe is too heavy to lift, and that's when it gets snatched out of his hands, because it's a one-handed axe, and
Why is he buff? Why is he buff? Hold up.
While Galen grabs it, but this two-handed axe is too heavy to lift, and that's when it gets snatched out of his
Look at him.
hands because it's a
He went from scrawny to almost the Hulk. Come on now. And he has it in one hand. He snatched it out of his hand with one hand. Bruh.
one-handed axe, and the energy shifts. Escanor's body begins to grow, getting more and more muscular, telling the demons that it's a shame they came all this way just to forfeit their pathetic lives.
Oh. I did not see that comment. That is tough. He said, bro, y'all came all the way over here just to die. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. Y'all threw away y'all lives. And y'all came all of this way. y'all messing with the wrong one.
The demons realize that this is the strongest of the 7 deadly sins. And that is the sin of pride. Galen uses his demonic powers to regenerate and decides to use a power that he was saving for his rematch with Meliodas. But every cell in his body is telling him he has to go all out right now. Swinging his weapon at Escanor and slicing off the entire mountain, true fear sets in.
Sorry for pausing it so early in the video. Ain't no way Escanor survived a hit that slices the mountains in half. He put his arm, if you talking about strength, he put his strength into that. Hey, Escanor survived. What? Yeah, I would have ran too. I ain't gonna lie. I would have ran too.
From miles away, Merlin is getting a reading of a power level of 50,000 and continues rising. When the dust clears, Galen's attack was more disappointing than powerful, and now it's his turn. Using even more strength and striking fear into a demon, Galen tries to run away, but his commandment of truth turns him to stone, and Escanor is the winner.
See,
but you can't.
That's going back to what I said earlier. Bro. Why did you do that? You did that to yourself, my boy. You did that to yourself. You turned yourself into stone because you was afraid to get hit. Dude, you ran. You ran. You lost your whole game, bro. What? He beat you in your own game and turned yourself into stone. Bro, what?
Blame the guy, since he was up against him. The demon Melascula uses her magical power and tries to eat Escanor's soul, but his soul burns with the power of the sun, and she erupts into flames from Escanor's glorious magical power, sunshine. After these events, the 10 Commandments split up into groups to absorb more soul.
Hold on, you going too fast, my guy. You said his soul was hot as the sun, or with the power of the sun. His soul burnt her, turned her into a burnt chicken nugget. Oh my gosh, bro! Can this get? Oh my gosh, bro! I swear to God, I messed with the wrong person, bro.
Souls to make them even more powerful, entering a fighting tournament hosted by the King of Giants and the King of Fairies, who become commandments. Escanor takes on Gother at night and uses his power when the sun is down, calling his divine axe Rita and charging up his energy. The entire sky lights up like daytime, and when Escanor throws his attack, the entire area explodes. But the impossible happens as Escanor lost. But the thing is, his attack wasn't aimed at Gother. In the rubble, both of the 10 commandments are buried for toying with others' hearts. And that's Meliodas' opening to kill both of them. But that's when all 10 commandments arrive after feeling that energy, and Meliodas is killed by his brother. Later, the commandments attack the kingdom, and all the knights are frozen before one man, Estarossa, the commandment of benevolence. With his commandment being activated against anyone who bears any hatred towards him, and since he killed the captain, everyone is burning with hatred. Except for one. One man walks up to Estarossa, and the demon is wondering
Ain't no
why
way.
his commandment
No.
doesn't work on him.
No.
But of course it doesn't.
No.
Why would
No. 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 You mean to tell me this man has the power to freeze people or tell them not to move if they bear any hatred towards him? And you see this big buff dude walking up to him with no care in the world. He don't care about none of that. And he's just walking up to you.
bear any hatred towards someone who's obviously weak than
Oh,
himself?
my bad, big dog. He doesn't. Don't have no hatred towards him because he is weaker than him. Why should I care about you if you're weaker than me? I'm gonna use that on somebody. I promise I would. I'm gonna be like I don't care because you're weaker than me. I'm gonna definitely use that. I'm gonna use that. Oh my gosh.
All he feels is pity. How very prideful. But that's exactly who he is. As of this moment, he's standing face to face with Escanor, the lion sin of pride. Estarossa attacks Escanor, and everyone is shocked, believing that even Escanor's strength is not enough. But that's when Estarossa sees a sun to his right and blocks Escanor's punch. But just the force of his blow is able to drop him to his knees, like he found something down there on the ground. Escanor strikes again, and Estarossa uses his magical power full counter, which reflects any physical attacks back at its target. And Escanor says no wonder he felt that. He does pack quite a punch, doesn't he? And now Estarossa is going to commit his name to memory before he dies, using a cruel sun and sending Estarossa beyond the castle walls, evaporating the entire lake. It's a good thing he released his darkness when he did, or that would have been rough. And now it's time to finish this. Estarossa consumes Escanor's sun and uses full counter. And it looks like this is the end. But who decided that? His attacks have no effect on him.
That's the quote of the day, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be the line of the year. Who decided that? I'm gonna use that in almost every single situation I be in. I'm gonna be like, who decided that? It's over when I say it's over. It's over when you're done, when you're finished. It's not over when you say so, it's over when I say so.
That his darkness swallowed up his sun.
Who decided that?
He will be the one to decide. Sending his cruel son down at Estarossa, the demon knows he's going to die. Sending him flying into the air, Zeldris tries to stop it, but both demons are sent hurtling into a mountain, and Escanor wins once again. After Meliodas' curse brings him back to life, and many battles fought, Meliodas is able to achieve his assault mode once again, and has the highest battle power so far. But just like always, only one can stop him. And I mean that literally. Being put in a perfect cube, the two strongest are face to face. Escanor attacks Meliodas, but all of his attacks are doing nothing, getting completely destroyed. But the sun is rising, The battle continues and Escanor's getting stronger and stronger, and just when it looks like it's over, the sun reaches high noon, and this is the end. Escanor becomes invincibility itself. For 1 minute, Escanor's the strongest throughout heaven and earth. This is the one. Meliodas uses his 1,000 divine guts, and Escanor says that they tickle. Putting out his hand for one attack, the divine sword.
No. Oh no. He cut the air. He cut the air. He cut the air. He cut the air. He hit you with one of these. He hit you with this. He hit you with that. He oh bro. I've never seen a move like that in a day in my life. Bro, what? This man cut the little air? Nah.
Escanor and defeats Meliodas in one strike. Escanor stands victorious, saying, "How does it feel to be looked down upon by a human?" Nearing the end of the series, after
He's
Meliodas is
talking
freed from the
heavy.
Demon King's grip, the Dark Tyrant refuses to die quietly. The Demon King is able to create the Demon Realm, which houses its own stars, and he possesses Zeldris' body, fusing with the prince and returning with all the raw malice of the Netherworld. The world teeters on collapse, but before Meliodas can intervene, Escanor, already burning his life away, steps forward for one last noon. By this point, Escanor no longer requires the simple ticking of a clock. He uses the one, the ultimate one, a form where he burns his life force away to maintain the one at will, but it comes with a price. Escanor uses his final attack, a full-powered sunshine charge punch that obliterates the Demon King's core darkness, buying time enough for Meliodas to strike, and the sun finally sets. Overall and ironically, Escanor would scale to star level with faster than light speed. In the end, many claim to be the strongest, but only one can back it up, having pride in himself that no one can defeat him, shining like the sun atop the hierarchy. But that's beside the fact. Gods think they can defeat him. Who decided that?
That's a bar. That is a bar. That's a bar. Bro, that was a bar. That's an amazing bar. All the gods think they can defeat him. But who decided that? Oh no. That's hard. That's tough. That is a hard bar. That's tough, bro.
What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys
Yes,
enjoyed
sir.
this video, make sure you guys like and
Yes,
subscribe.
sir. Y'all heard what that man said. I already subscribed. I ain't gonna lie. Man, that's a good video, bro. I ain't know Escanor was down like that. Dang. But you know what? That'll do for today's video, man. Shout out to Official Divine for this video, bro. This was a good one. Before we, like I said, before y'all go, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow. Please follow. Please like. Hit the comments. Let me know what y'all want me to react to. Please hit that post notification bell so y'all won't miss a video when I drop a video. Alright? And Vash, if you're looking at this, man, I've been watching your videos for the longest time. And man, Official Divine is yeah. If you're watching this too, man, you have to collab. Make a collab video. That would really make my day. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. All right, peace.